Good morning. We'll start session 3 on chapter Introduction to Trigonometry. So in today's session, we'll understand trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. In the previous session, we learned the trigonometric ratios, that is T ratios, how to find what are the T ratios, and in numericals, how we apply those T ratios to find. Today's session will understand these ratios of some specific angles. So first we'll understand few derivations of these angles and then we'll understand the table. So when we talk about a specific angle, if I talk about a right angle triangle, so always in trigonometry, the T ratios, trigonometric ratios are in specific with a right angle triangle, right? Suppose A, B, C is a right angle triangle at B. This is 90 degree. And it is an isosceles right angle triangle. Let us consider ABC is an isosceles right angle triangle. That means what are the measures of angle A and angle C? It has to be 45. Nothing other than that. Okay. So first part, let ABC be an isosceles right angle triangle at B. Therefore, angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 45 degree. Now, angle A and angle C, when we talk about, the sides opposite to equal angles are also equal. Now, for angle A, what is the side? BC. And angle C, what is the side? AB is equal to A. Shall we consider? Reason not required. We know that sides opposite to equal angles are equal. If you want, you can write that. Is this very clear? That means if this angle is A and this angle is A, now, of course, it is a ratio of the specific angles. If I have to find the ratio, I need to know the hypotenuse mainly, because T ratios I have to apply here. Let us find the hypotenuse. Already we have written right angle at B, comma you want to write, mention it. So, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Okay. So, what is AC square? That is what we have to find out. A square plus A square, that is 2A square AC square, and AC is equal to root 2A square and AC is equal to root 2A. So what is my measurement of AC? Root 2A. Okay. Let me consider with respect to with respect to angle A. That is, we have to choose one angle to find the T ratios always, right? Either A or C. It's up to you. I will choose with respect to angle A. So with respect to angle A, if I have chosen, what should be this? This should be the opposite side. This should be the adjacent. And this is of course the hypotenuse. Very important to mention which side, which angle you are choosing. Based on the angle, we know that side, adjacent and hypotenuse. Now children, here everything is interdependent. The first session has to be known thoroughly to understand this session. Okay. We have understood that. Now let us find the T ratios. Now when we talk about T ratio, first will come sine, then cos, then sec, cosec, tan and cot. But what is that sine A here? Have I given some value to sine? And have I given the value, have I chosen an angle here, particular angle? What does A represents or C represents? That is an angle, theta, alpha, anything we can give. Here it represents 45. So my first angle will be here, first T ratio will be here, sine 45, that is opposite upon hypotenuse, which is nothing but BC upon AC. What is that? What is BC upon AC? BC is A, AC is root 2A, so it is 1 by root 2. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. It's the fixed value. Now what is this, children? These are angles. Now I am actually doing the derivation of these angles. Give the derivation of the trigonometric ratio of 45 degree they give you, means you should know how to derive with respect to 45 sine 45 cos 45 tan cosec sec, right? Similarly we find for 30 and 60 degree. 90 and 0 degree are abstract. So 90 and 0 degree we will not touch the derivation part. See, usually derivation part is not asked. Derivation is asked only in the identity section, or only the numericals or the writers sometimes based on that. But let us first understand how did we arrive at this rather than just understanding the table. This is the fact. Now let's go for cos. Cos 45 is equal to, what is cos? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. So what is your adjacent side? That is AB upon AC, that is nothing but A upon root 2A, which is 1 by root 2. So cos 45 is also equal to 1 by root 2 degree. You need not by heart these angles, children. There's a trick to remember which I will teach you while I draw the table after this. Okay? Shall I erase this part so that I can do the remaining parts of the angles? Now you have, see, we are not finding T ratio, so you need not struggle to write everything for cot, tan, cosec and sec. Next, if you want directly, we'll do it here. Next is what? Cosec will find first. Cosec 45 is nothing but 1 upon sine 45. Reciprocal ratios will use directly. It's a reciprocal of sine. So answer is root 2. Cosec 45 is root 2. Next is sec 45 is 1 upon cos 45, which is nothing but reciprocal of this root 2. Next, tan 45 degree is equal to sine 45 degree upon cos 45 degree. So this is 1 upon root 2 whole divided by 1 upon root 2. So what is tan 45 degree? Tan 45 degree is equal to 1. Same as cot 45. Cot 45 degree is equal to cos 45 degree divided by sine 45 degree. Directly I'll write 1. So did you understand, children, how did we derive angle 45, right? So trigonometric ratios of 45 degree we actually did here. So what we will do, it's okay. Heading first it is a 45. If you want, you can write 45 degree angle. You can just mention it in the beginning what we have done. Let's learn for now 60 and 30 degree. Now for 60 and 30 degree, see, draw this, do it as I have done and find the ratios one below the other neatly. Please highlight the final answers here. Okay. So let's learn for now 30 and 60. Now for 30 and 60, it's not a right angle triangle. I mean, we want a right angle triangle because T ratios are always with respect to a right angle triangle, but the main angle what we consider that would be a equilateral triangle. So let us consider an equilateral triangle. These derivation because in case if they ask, or you should know how did we arrive at those angles. Rather than just by hearting those angles, you should know the actual basic concept behind that. So let ABC be and, okay, second one you can give for 60 degree and 30 degree, you can mention. Let ABC be an equilateral triangle, that is AB is equal to BC equal to CA is equal to 2A. So A, B, C, AD perpendicular to BC. Now we need not prove the congruency and or anything. We know that it is an equilateral triangle. When we draw an altitude that is height to an equilateral triangle, that becomes a perpendicular bisector. If it is a perpendicular bisector, it also divides the side equally. That makes A and A, and it also divides the angle equally. So these are actually equal angles, right? So no congruency is required to prove that again. Okay. Do you remember a trick what we had done in Pythagoras theorem part? I'll just remind you that. For example, if this is a 90 degree, it's a right angle triangle of 90 degree, and if this was x, this would be 90 minus x. We knew this trick, right? Suppose this angle I consider as 30 degree. What would be this? 90 minus 30, that is 60. If this angle, if I consider 60 degree, then 90 minus 60, that would be 30. That means in a right angle triangle, if one angle fixed is 90 degree, the remaining two angles can be 30 and 60 or 60 and 30. It can be the combination of other angles also, but here we are finding the T ratios of a specific angle, right? So let us understand that for 30 degree and 60 degree now. This concept you have understood. What we had applied that in Pythagoras theorem part. The same thing let us use here. So what we will do is, if I consider this to be 60 degree, it is perpendicular bisector. What will be this, children? This will be 30. Same as this, any one part of triangle can be chosen. So first of all, what I will do is here, I will draw first part. This is 90. We'll only choose 60 first. So this is A, D and B. So this is my opposite. This is my adjacent. And this is my hypotenuse. And for the next part, I will use 30 degree. We will redraw once again. Now, AD perpendicular to BC. Therefore, in triangle ADB, angle D is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. Pythagoras theorem. So AB is how much? AB is 2A. This is A. 2A whole square is equal to AD square. See, it is the value is fixed. Height of an equilateral triangle is fixed. We already know that, right? We have done. Still, we have to find here. BD is equal to A square. Half and half we have understood. 4A square minus A square is equal to AD square. AD square is equal to 3A square. Therefore, AD is equal to root 3A square. AD is equal to root 3A. So, AD is equal to root 3A. Okay. Shall I rub this now? This part I will just erase because I don't require that. Let us find the T ratios now. Let me erase everything, whatever I have written. Let's go with T ratios. Anyhow, angle I have drawn here, this particular triangle. First would be sine 60. Opposite upon hypotenuse. So what is the opposite side here? It is AD upon AB. So what is opposite side? Root 3A divided by AB is 2A. So sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Okay. Next would be cos 60. Adjacent upon hypotenuse. What is adjacent? A. Hypotenuse is 2a. 1 by 2. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. Done. Sine and cos values are done. Our work is very simple now. Now cosec 60 is equal to 1 upon sine 60. That is equal to 2 by root 3. Reciprocal. Next is sec 60 is equal to 1 upon cos 60, that is equal to 2. Next, tan 60 is equal to sin 60 upon cos 60. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2 divided by 1 by 2. So tan 60 is root 3. Cot 60 is equal to cos 60 divided by sin 60, that is equal to cos is how much? 1 by 2 divided by sin is root 3 by 2. So cot 60 is 1 by root 3. Did you understand these T ratios? Similarly, we'll find for 30 degree now. Okay, now let's understand for 30 degree. So if it is 30 degree, hypotenuse is fixed, no change. The value of that is 2a. This value is root 3a and this value is a. That is going to be fixed. With respect to this will be my opposite. So this will be my adjacent. Okay. Redraw the figures once again neatly. I just do the adjustments here only, but you have to rewrite it. Sin 30 is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite is a upon 2a. So answer is 1 by 2. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. Cos 30 is adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent is root 3a upon 2a. So this is root 3 by 2. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Cosec 30 is reciprocal of sin 30. So sin 30 is 1 by 2. So cosec 30 is 2. Sec 30 is reciprocal of cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So this will be 2 by root 3. Tan 30 is, tan 30 correct, is sin 30 upon cos 30. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3. Okay. Cot 30 would be cos 30 divided by sin 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. And cot 30 is root 3. As simple? Okay. So these are the trigonometric ratios of angles 45, 60 and 30 degree. For 0 and 90 degree we have abstracting. We have to assume the triangle, then again assume that the perpendicular falls on that. So let's not go into it. We'll directly go for the table and we'll define there for 90 and for 0 degree as well. So let's understand from the tabular column wise. Actually, you will not remember an exam in this manner. You can't by heart it like this. By drawing a triangle 30, 60, 45, it becomes quite very difficult. Rather, we understand that by a table. So let's understand the trigonometric ratios of these specific angles in a tabular column from 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 degree. Exams also you have to first draw the table somewhere in your working column and solve it so that it will be very easy. But over the practice you can easily, you will easily start remembering these specific angles of T ratios. Okay, so let us understand these angles, what we have derived and how to write them. There's a trick in understanding. So we have to go in order 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. This, okay, I have written it. You can sin, cos, tan, cosec, sec and cot. I have just followed the textbook how they have given. You can also interchange this here and there and write. Doesn't matter, but answer will be the same. But this pattern you have to follow the same thing here. The trick is here first. How do we arrive at or how do we remember the angles? Just write the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Just number it in order 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why 0, 1, 2, 3, 4? It is a trick. We are not actually following some rules here for these angles. To remember that is a trick. How do we remember this? Just write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Divide everything by 4. Okay. So when you divide everything by 4, what do you get? You get 0 by any number is 0. 1 by 4 is 1 by 4 itself. 2 by 4 is 1 by 2. 3 by 4 is 3 by 4 itself. 4 upon 4 is 1, right? So when we divide that by 4, we got in this manner. Take the square root of these all numbers. Square root of 0, square root of 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and root 1. Write the final answers. Square root of 0, of course, it's going to be 0. Square root of 1 by 4, it's going to be 1 by 2. 1 upon root 2 answer will be, root 1 by 2 answer will be 1 by root 2 because root 1 is 1 only. Then the next one, root 3 by 4 answer will be root 3 upon 2, root 1 it's going to be 1. Okay. Whatever answers you have got in the, this trick what we have written, just write it as it is. Below this, 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. Of course, 0 and 90 degree we have not touched in the derivation. But what was sin 30? 1 by 2. Sin 45? 1 by root 2. Sin 60? Root 3 by 2 in our derivation. There we get it. Okay. Now, understand the trick for the next cos to write. Sin and cos will go hand in hand, I can tell. Tan and cot will go hand in hand. Cosec, where is cosec? Yeah. Cosec and sec will go hand in hand. How? Let's understand. Now, always compare, like how did we write an angles? 45 degree we took a separate triangle. 30 degree, 60 degree we took in one triangle. Of course, 0 and 90 would have also come in one triangle only. So that means I have to compare angles of 0 and 90 for one, 30 and 60 as one, 45 as a separate one. Let's see the 0 and 90. Sin 0 is 0, sin 90 is 1. So cos 0 will be 1, cos 90 will be 0. Opposite what you have to write. That is how you have to remember this. Okay. Then sin 30 is 1 by 2, 60 is root by 2. So cos 30 will be root 3 by 2 and 60 will be 1 by 2. That's the answer. It's exactly what we have written. Just opposite. 45 will always be the same because 45 is in one triangle only. 1 by root 2. No change in 45. So now sine and cos is done. Let's go for tan. Now tan, how do we write? Sine by cos. So everything sine by cos, we know how to write tan now. So sine by cos, 0 by 1 is 0. 1 upon 2, root 3 by 2. So this is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, answer is 1. Root 3 by 2 and 1 by 2, answer is root 3. 1 upon 0, not defined, infinity. We cannot define 1 by 0. So, 1 by, root 3 I have to write here. Okay. So, here it is infinity. We can also write this infinity as not defined. Both are equally same. In your book it is given not defined. In some books they have given it as infinity. So, very clear on this part. Now, tan is written. I'll first touch the cot part here. So, cot reciprocal of 0. So, that is not defined. So, if this is not defined, see, right, just opposite of it. This is 0, not defined. So, not defined and comes what here? 0 comes. 1 by root 3, root 3. So, root 3 comes here and 1 by root 3 comes here. Then what should come here? 1. If you write tan, cot is very simple. Just interchange the 90, 0, 30 and 60 values with respect to this. Remaining is cosec and sec. What is cosec? Reciprocal of sine. So, reciprocal of 0 is not defined. Reciprocal of 1 by 2, 2. Reciprocal of this, root 2. Reciprocal of this, 2 by root 3, and reciprocal of 1 is 1. Cosec, sec, it is just written as the reverse of cosec or opposite of cosec, whatever we have. So, cosec or sec when we write, first comes here is what? 1. Because infinity, 1, 1, infinity. Then, 2 root 3 by 2, 2 by root 3. So, here this will be 2 by root 3 and 2. This is going to be root 2 only. Understood the table here? Our first main important thing is to write sine value. How do you write sine value? Just give for the angles in order 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Divide everything by 4. See, simplify that to the simplest fraction. Take the square root of it. Write the final answer. Whatever is the final answer, that's the answer for sine ratios, right? 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. Come to cos. 0 and 90 interchange. 30 and 60 interchange. 45 keep as it is. Over. Your work is done actually here. In exam also children, if you get any confused, the next exercise what I'll be doing in the tomorrow's session, you need not turn your page always back and check what are the angles. Before you start the numericals, keep a page ready with the angles. Write it always, do not refer. Exams also, write the table, draw the table in the last page or there where you actually want it. Do not do that in the question paper, but rather keep that in your answer sheet only. Draw this table, how much time this will take? Hardly 5 minutes if you do, right? You can spend your 5 minutes here. Sine and cos, sine you can write, cos automatically. Tan, sine by cos. Cot, opposite, one you have written, you know how to interchange them. Tan you have written, then cot will be simple. Cosec you have written, sec will be simple. There is something called by hearting in this table. Please don't by heart this table, you will definitely go wrong. So this is trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. So in tomorrow's session, we will start with the exercise. Thank you.